Okay, my friends. Recently, we asked some of our viewers to send us in some questions about things that they wanted me to answer, questions about their business, places that they were stuck, how to get more clients and make more money. And in today, I'm going to answer the question that was sent into us about how to use your CEO time. Now, my friends, if you have not heard me talk about CEO time before, CEO time is the time within your business that you spend focusing, thinking like the owner or the visionary of your company instead of thinking like the doer or the technician of your company. Because there are two different roles that we play in our company, my friends. One is the visionary, the person who thinks about the future of where the company is going to go. And the second is the doer, the technician, the one that is actually doing the services. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I use my CEO time. Hey there, my friends. This is Kelly Schaefer, the creator of the Concierge Academy, where I help local-based businesses market more successfully so that they can make more money, get more clients, and have a greater impact in their local community, as well as their own lives. Okay, so someone recently asked the question, Kelly, how do you use your CEO time? And today, I want to share with you exactly how I use my CEO time. So the first thing that you might notice here is that it is weekly. Every week, I have at least 90 minutes carved off on my calendar where I am going to spend that time for that 90 minutes to 2 hours of my day completely carved out, thinking like the person and using my brain to think like the visionary of the company and not the doer of the work. Now, even when I had no clients and even when I had no team, I had to learn how to think like a CEO. Thinking like a CEO helps you make decisions from a place of growth instead of a place of where you are. So it's really, really important, even if you are just starting out, even if you do not have a team to do your huddles with, you should be carving out CEO time for yourself, for the growth of your company to move your business forward. So, what are the things that I talk about and discuss in my weekly huddle? Now, again, like I just said, when I first started doing this, I would hold these weekly huddles with myself, me, myself, and I. And then later on, as my business grew and I had an assistant, my assistant and I would run the weekly huddles together. And now I do that with my virtual assistant as well. So what are the things that I spend that time reviewing? So the weekly huddle is basically you are doing a review each and every week. Why weekly? Because if you only do it monthly, you would have 12 chances to look at your business and think like a CEO, right? That's 12 times a year will get you this far. Whereas if you do it weekly, and you look at these things 52 times a year, instead of going this far every year, you can go this far every year. So the things that I think about and discuss and the things that I focus my time on during my CEO time is number one, I always review leads and prospects. Do I have any leads? Do I have any prospects who have not converted, who have not become clients that I need to follow up with? Did I need to touch base with? Do I need to send more information to? All the things. First of all, any leads or prospects. We always have to start with money, right? Because if your business is not generating money, you will not have a business. So you always have to be focusing on generating money. So leads and prospects. Number two is I review our scorecard. A scorecard is basically an Excel spreadsheet of 3 to 5 numbers that you are tracking each and every week. Weekly huddle, 3 to 5 numbers that you're tracking every week that give you a pulse of the business. So if you only looked at 3 to 5 numbers every week and you could look at those 3 to 5 numbers and know I'm either on track or I'm off track, what would those 3 to 5 numbers be for you in your business? I will give you one of ours. One of ours is billable hours, because you can't necessarily equate clients with the growth of your company, because you can have 4 or 5 clients and be fully booked, right? What you want to be tracking, the easiest way that I found in a personal concierge business or a helper business or an organizing business, is tracking billable hours. How many hours did you bill last week compared to how many hours you put into the business? Because a lot of people will say they're working a lot, but at the end of the day, how many hours are you billing? So that's one example of one of the numbers that we track on our scorecard. The third thing that I review are the big rocks. The big rocks are your quarterly goals. I have an old video that I'll link to below about setting goals in the beginning of the year. You want to be looking at the goals that you set in the beginning of the year and making sure that you're still staying on track. Otherwise, what happens? It becomes December 30th. At the end of the year, you've got 1 day left in the year and you're like, oh crap, I set 5 goals in the beginning of the year and none of them came true, because you were not planning, processing, and tracking them throughout the year. So that is also every week we look at the big rocks. The big rocks are the quarterly goals that we set for each individual quarter. Most of our goals that we set are usually evolved around money, income, growth of the company, growth of the team, and systems that you are incorporating into the business. Because when you have money, growth, and systems as part of your goals, the business is always moving forward. The fourth thing that I review during my CEO time once a week is, where am I in alignment with these goals? And then I solve for them. So basically, let's say you set a goal that you wanted to do $10,000 a month in income, and right now you're only doing $2,000 a month. You then will plan to solve for that discrepancy, that gap. And you want to be thinking about where you are in alignment now and future focus, okay? So if you're looking at, for example, you're doing $2,000 a month and you want to be doing 10. So what could you do right now and solving for that to get from maybe 2 to 3 or from 2 to 4 and solve for that? And then how are you going to long-term solve for that gap from 2,000 to 10,000? Maybe you need to learn something. Maybe you need to increase your prices. Maybe you're not networking in the right places. Maybe you're not marketing enough. That is where you will solve for the problems that then become the way that you improve the overall health of your company. So, CEO time done weekly, leads and prospects, scorecard, big rocks. Where am I in alignment with my goals, and solve for now and future based on where I want to go. Because if you're always thinking in the now, you're never thinking in the future. And the reason why you want to put this time aside is because when you go into this time, whether it's 90 minutes or 2 hours, make sure that it is uninterrupted time. It's time where you are thinking on purpose for the purpose of moving your business forward and reaching the goals that you set for yourself. Again, whether they're reach goals, money goals, income goals, team goals, growth goals, systems goals, wherever they are, you will not move forward unless you are actively looking at these things. So this time becomes precious. But most of the time when you are working, especially in a concierge or helper or organizing business, what happens is you're often thinking like the doer. You're often thinking like the concierge out running the errands. And when you're out running errands for other people, you cannot be focusing on the growth of your business and where you want to go and what you ultimately want to do in the world. Okay, my friends, couple things. One, make sure you hit that like button below if this video helped you in any way. 2, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. And 3, let me know in the comments below, what day of the week are you going to carve out for your CEO time? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my friends, bye for now.